first participant this evening, drawing number 1. He is the king of the one-night stands. This is Jock Samson.
In years past, the DBi Rumble has been a setup for a two-man finale. This year, the DBi Rumble is set up like in the regular Battle Royal. Whoever wins is this year's champs. One of the 6 guys to win the DBi, and Sherman Tank now as the last part of the commentary team, and 28 guys in this year's Battle Royal. It seems like that's got to be, can you strategize for that at all?
Not really, man. It's controlled chaos, and it's something that I don't miss.
You just kind of hope you're 28 in the draw?
Absolutely. I mean, obviously, the later the draw, the easier time you got, but, you know.
You see the first guy here in the King of the One Night Stands in Jock Samson. It's very possible that he may be the most repeated entrant in the DBi. A couple of years ago, he was, or rather, as he tells the story, not, what was it, Uncle Gringo Honky? I think he was 3 or 4 different mask gimmicks.
It's all about Jock, bro.
It just didn't work out that way. And it'll be the youngster in Darius Khan who will start off with the former OCW Tag Team Champion. He seems a rather enthused young man.
He's got that baby face fire, doesn't he?
See how long did he last. If you're Jock Samson right now, I would imagine you would probably be elated because you look at the list of guys who are going to come out later on, and you don't have the experience of maybe somebody like Tommy Chill, or you don't have to try to throw out Tanu.
Sure.
You get a youngster making his first Battle Royal.
That kid is full of nerves right now, but you never know what could happen. And there you go.
Well, so I guess 60 seconds is going to... It's the OCW Heavyweight Champion in Jimmy Shane. Not exactly a pushover, although you see he is a little worse for wear, having just completed his title match less than 10 minutes ago. Talk about guys with a history. Here's 2 guys with a long history.
As long as that beard.
Once upon a time, Jimmy's redneck uncle, Jock Samson. Now the guy who's apparently next on the hit list, according to the self-proclaimed greatest wrestler of all time. Repeated punches right to the top of the head. Nothing Jock can do.
Sit there and take it.
And the Bronco Buster. It's now another relative newcomer, Lord Thomas Brute. Smart move on his part, go right at the OCW champion.
Yeah, he's the wounded warrior right now, Jimmy Shane, so cut him down while you can.
Now the question becomes, is he doing it for himself or is he going to try to impress Jock Sampson here? Because he is a big, powerful kid.
Yeah, he is. Absolutely.
Let's say they are going to both throw Jimmy Shane out. To the double elbow. And the problem with this is if you're Lord Thomas Brute, you can't exactly, I guess, count on a long partnership with Jock Sampson. At some point, he's going to try to throw you out.
Jock has proven time and time again you cannot trust a Sampson. So if I was Thomas Brute, I would be very hesitant on alliances right now.
Here comes Tommy Chill. Big match for him earlier on in this show.
Impressive return for Tommy Chill.
He is a big dude. He and James, the security guard, with a big win. Look at the straight rights that he's out there throwing right now. A couple of right hands and a couple of clubbing blows. And I would imagine that's what I was waiting on, the choke slam. Jock says no. Are we going to get double choke slams? It's the DBi, why not?
Impressive.
Look at the height. You ever seen Jimmy throw a choke slam?
No, I have not.
He got some height on Lord Thomas Brute. Now, as you well know, Tank, the problem with that is two guys, 230, 240 pounds, you just slam. You got to pick him up and dead weight him up over the rope now.
Oh, no.
Perhaps a wild card in Gino De Capo?
Gino is a man for hire, brother.
He has been hired by River Blackheart to try to take out, well, he failed with James' security guard, so he might go after Tommy Chill. Also has had his issues with Jimmy Shane as well, but it appears he doesn't like anybody in this match.
I was saying, you don't really have too many friends, and if you do, that's short-lived, man.
And maybe out goes the OCW champion and Jimmy Shane.
Man, you're doing a balancing act on those ropes. Thomas Brute taking that out on Gino just proves you have no friends in this business.
How shocked were you, though, to see the heavy artillery from Jimmy Shane and when he beat Juice Jennings?
I thought we were going to have a Jeff Cannon run-in right there.
Jeff Cannon was sitting next to me on commentary with the biggest smile on his face. As the seventh entrant is Flying Ryan Burt, the former OCW Tag Team Champion. He's been out of action for a while.
Taking a little hiatus, right?
Yeah, now back. Kind of one of those guys like Christian Vaughn we saw earlier on. Right. He's been out for a while, but he's going right at one of the biggest dogs in the yard.
If he's anything, he's fearless.
He'd have to be, I think, the team with Robbie Starr. And knowing that that's not going to go well is a handful of guys up and teetering. Might be the worst time to throw out T-shirts, but it is T-shirt time.
I'm at a loss for words right now.
Which makes it a little harder to see. Further proving the DBi not like a normal show. So this will be entrant number 8. Uh-oh. It's the OCW Heritage Champion in Tanu.
And they just keep getting bigger and bigger coming out of the locker room.
He looks hungry.
I'm a big guy. I know hunger. I think you're right, man.
He just, oh my God. Throwing straight lefts. He damn near knocked out Gino De Capo on that first left. Jimmy Shane, former Heritage Champ in his own right, down with the headbutt. One for Tommy Chill, too. He just took out about 500 pounds of challenger. Well, making about 700 pounds of challengers. Oh, and Jock Sampson, one for you, too.
Finally bit a little off more than he can chew right there. Tanu.
Tanu, a wrecking ball.
There we go.
Ray McKenzie in for the fight. I don't like his odds.
Man, he doesn't have size, but man, the kid has a big heart.
Tanu is going to look at him as a lawn dart. Speaking of
premonitions,
Tanu
predictions, funerals.
About 300 plus pounds straight down on Mr. McKenzie. He marks number 9 in this matchup. Jock Sampson teetering up in the corner. Gino DeCapo on the other side. Is Tommy Chill able to fight back up to his feet? Gino DeCapo now. I hear him say it in an accent. It doesn't come to me right.
I'm just trying to save your life, bro. I don't want to hit.
I heard a heavy accent when I heard it earlier. That's my fault. Oh, and an angry former champion in Juice Jennings made a couple of mistakes.
You got to take your hat off to Juice Jennings and Jimmy Shane right now. Maybe give your hat back to Juice Jennings because he just took a big choke slam.
Speaking of a hat, I think he's going to need a stretcher. They might be picking up pieces of Juice Jennings. Again, he made a couple of mistakes to a guy that he knows very well, Jimmy Shane, and he's now a former champion.
Two-time champion Jimmy Shane going after Tanu.
Wants to keep it longer. OCW's got a show in a couple of weeks on November the 10th that he's probably going to be defending that. And you got to imagine that Juice will continue with the Juice-spiracy.
Everyone's got to complain about something, right?
Out goes Lord Thomas Brute. He makes the long walk to the back. So our second elimination in this contest. He's in there for quite a while now.
Absolutely.
Christian Vaughn, the 11th entrant.
Returning again.
And Gino just in a world of trouble. The left hand from Christian Vaughn to the mush of Jimmy Shane. It's not really, I would imagine, as a smaller competitor. We talked about Bray McKenzie. As a smaller competitor, really anybody shy of about 250 right now can't be feeling too safe.
No, like you said, the lawn dart potential. So second choke slam for Juice Jennings.
Juice just went splat.
And people are just hesitant on approaching Tommy Chill right now.
The electric one, still one half of the OCW Tag Team Champs now in.
That kid is amped up, man, let me tell you.
What do you, 3 or 4 Red Bull, you think?
That kid is high on life. He doesn't need anything. No Red Bull, no Monster, no nothing.
Well, if anybody would know, it would be one of the guys who trained him.
Might have had a hand in that.
It's kind of, he came out that way though, right? Came out day one, was just kind of, that's not, we talk about it all the time, it's not a character, that's how he is.
No, there's no character to Jake Ely. I mean, that kid is 100% Jake Ely. Electrified all the time, man.
Nick Hahn has made his way to ringside with Christian Vaughn. We'll see how that plays out.
I think they should throw Nick Hahn in there. Make this 29 guys.
He asked me about a mangler earlier on. I had to look it up.
Cannot find.
Hey, the no connection. Trent Riley making his first DBi appearance, as are a handful of the guys in the ring right now. Trent with the straight boots to Juice Jennings.
Let's get physical, Trent Riley.
Now the juicy one caught him. Ely went to the outside, but he is fighting his way. Just hugging onto the post to the backside is Bray McKenzie. And the look on Tanu's face is he just figured that out.
Uh-oh.
No good can come of any of this. McKenzie, he's got his arms and legs wrapped around the outside of the post. As everybody just kind of pairing off a little bit right now.
That's probably the safest place for Bray McKenzie right now.
Jake Ely on the outside with Tommy Chill chasing him in. And out.
Jake Ely trying to knock down the tree that is Tommy Chill.
It will come Flex Jordan. Jordan up to the top rope as he's not even in yet. The high crossbody. How do you do? Fighting his way back in is Ryan Burke heading towards the showers. Didn't exactly have the welcome home he was looking for.
No, unfortunately, you know, that ring rust is the real deal, man. You take some time off, it takes some time to bust off that rust. So get back into ring shape.
Handful of guys have worked their way back to their feet. But on the outside, Juice Jennings, this can't be choke slam number 3. If Juice is choke slammed on the outside of that ring apron, you might as well wave goodbye to him.
Yeah, I think Juice would be Oh, here comes former OCW champ Matt Taylor.
And a super kick right out of the gate for everybody. It's like a super kick party.
He's such a young buck.
I don't think anybody's ever used that. Wow. Tanu caught one too. Taylor. My goodness. Somebody's getting sued for all these super kicks. And Riley, was he able to hold on? It did not look like he was. The crowd is in a frenzy right now in front of where we sit
right now, man. These people are up and on their feet.
You're getting good looks at it as Riley is being sent to the showers.
Ray McKenzie is out. Had a nice little showing from Ray McKenzie.
You kind of had the feeling that after a while he wasn't going to be able to hold on the outside anymore. And the show now in Robbie Starr.
The Super Showdown.
Is there anything in this match to trust about Robbie Starr?
No, there's nothing to trust about Robbie Starr.
He won it last year.
Never trust a man with boas.
I generally never trust a man that tells me how good he is. Everybody's squaring off again in one corner. I hope that ring is reinforced. Robbie has taken his sweet time to get in there.
That is a lot of duct tape.
And now he's just, well, he's going to resort to what's legal in this match with the low blow against Jimmy Shane.
Ooh, Tommy Chill with a big splash on Gino DiCapo.
And
Jimmy Shane's going to find out he's got that OCW title. Everyone's gunning for him.
Here comes Chuck the Truck Morris, the other half of the OCW Tag Team Champions. Successful, but I wonder how many guys watched his match earlier on and saw the damage to his arm.
Right.
Doesn't need it, out there throwing those big roundhouse kicks.
I tell you what, we've got some good trainers in the back for DBi. So it looked like they kind of worked him over a little bit, got him loose, and now he's firing on all cylinders.
Kind of wonder which you'd rather not be hit by, Chuck's spin kick or a super kick from Matt Taylor.
Either one can rearrange your teeth at any time, man.
And a handful of them have had guys still not be able to work their way back to their feet. So you've got almost an elimination of Christian Vaughn. Now they're going to team up on him. 4 guys are going to come after the vile one, and he will be gone.
Oh, Vaughn is gone.
Juice Jennings somehow still in there. So here comes the newcomer in Ryan Wade. Wade, you're going to be able to notice pretty quickly with that full head of hair. He's got the...
like Moondog.
I was going to say he almost had the berserker walk.
Yeah, there we go.
With purpose right into the corner. Jack Sampson, the #1 entrant, took the shortcut with a thumb to the eye. Again, all perfectly legal in this match.
As much as I dislike it, I agree. It's perfectly legal in a Rumble match.
Gino, the hired gun, now back in as there are marks already forming on the backs of a lot of these guys from repeated blows and chops. Is there a guy in there right now you kind of think this plays into his hands?
What was that? Yeah.
Maybe Tommy Chill displays into his hands, the biggest guy, kind of makes him immovable.
Yeah, now that Tanu is, you know, it eliminated, I think Tommy Chill would be the hands-on favorite.
I wonder about is Ryan Wade throwing rights and lefts with Joey Rogers.
Ooh, big belly to belly.
I talked about previous injuries. It wasn't that long ago that Joey wrestled. He's got a bum knee. We saw it as he's tossed over to the side. Question is, can he skin the cat? He found Ryan Wade. Not only did he successfully do it, he was able to use Wade's own momentum against him.
Oh, wow.
That a straight right.
Was that a tit for tat?
It might have been.
Did Ryan Wade pull Joey Vengeance off the apron?
I think he might have gotten back in.
I think he's gone.
I think he might be. So hard to tell. The great thing about this show, these people have been into this entire show since the beginning.
Great show for a great clause. You can't beat shows like that.
Even the referees, I just saw Picha Rodriguez walk away. Joey is out, but it's not going to stop him and Ryan Wade from trying to destroy the back end of this building. They're over there in Sherman Tank Merchandise City.
Hey, you buy those t-shirts, $10. Tonight only, DBi special.
Or whenever this comes out.
Send me an email.
You can find him on Twitter. He's not a hard guy to find.
At ShermanTech67 on Twitter.
So as Brandon Fields comes in, look at the field of competitors in there right now as it's littered with guys who have won or currently hold every OCW title, including a couple of defunct ones. And the other wild card.
Law and Order is about to be restored.
Security guard James, victorious earlier on in his DBi debut. I don't think a lot of people expected Tommy Chill was going to be his partner.
Right.
Robbie Starr able to hold on and drape his legs over the rope. Chuck, same cannot be said for him. Yeah. He's gone.
Chuck Morris is headed to the showers.
I think he's being sent to the shop. Matt Taylor in there. Here's an old rivalry. Dusted off with Jock Sampson. Two guys who you don't have to look very far in any record book in Ohio. You have a promotion, you have a belt, those guys have fought each other and probably damn near destroyed each other over that belt.
Absolutely.
Space Invader now into the contest. The future great champion. He's going to be out there, he's just trying to wreak havoc.
Do what you can, Space Invader.
He's up in the corner throwing rights into the face of Jock Sampson. Now the 22nd entrant is Space Invader.
I think the DBi needs to institute a junior heavyweight division for competitors like Space Invader. I'm going to take that to the board.
Yeah, I think it's kind of one of those things earlier on, like we talked about with Bray McKenzie, before he kind of tried to do the smart thing and shield himself. Wait till it pairs down.
Right.
But there are probably, I don't know, every guy in there that Space Invader maybe weighs half of.
Looks like Tommy Chill's leg.
And look at Tommy Chill, just hanging out, not trying to fight anybody, exert any extra energy.
Is that Kenny Cash, newcomer to the wrestling scene right here.
Kenny into the ring, and what I always love about these newcomers in these matches, Tank, is they don't have maybe necessarily an old rivalry. They don't have those old issues with people. They just want to go in and show what they can do. They don't care whose expense it's at.
Make a name for yourself, kid.
Robbie Starr teetering.
What do? You jump on the big dog in the yard. Yeah, right now, it's Jimmy Shane.
Right after Jimmy Shane, who now backs him to the corner, but continue to look as Robbie Starr up and over. Juice Jennings got him. He's able to hold on. Look at Tommy Chill. I said it earlier on, just hanging out. He is not impressed with anything going on right now.
No.
And he's going to show a newcomer So I believe we're at the slot that should be Jared Knight. The handful of newcomers coming out of Spinebuster Academy have been able to set themselves up early, but it's a question of when you go into your first battle royal, you're a guy who's been in a lot of them, you tend to go all out.
Right.
Maybe don't pace yourself a little bit like Tommy Chill is doing.
Right. Yeah, Tommy Chill is a veteran of all sorts, and that's what he's doing right there. He's pacing himself, he's picking his shots. For a big guy, he's minimizing the damage that he's taking right now.
It just seems like he just happens to be here.
Are you going to ask him to leave?
Now Ray Stewart in, one of the last guys to come into this matchup, as they are about a dozen strong right now. As up and over goes Kenny Cash. Space Invader still hanging in there somewhere as well as James' security guard. But you've got the old guard. If you look at the top three guys who came in that are still remaining, and Jock Sampson, Jimmy Shane, and Tommy Chill.
Right.
And up and over goes Fields. I think he was able to hold on. And you've got, I'm really surprised you haven't had Brandon Fields and Flex square off, former tag team partners. They don't have a love for each other anymore.
No, not at all.
Jock Sampson up into the corner. What a huge thing it would be if James' security guard is able to knock out Jock Sampson. Oh, and the low bridge. Reverse that. There goes James. And here comes Pat the Bruiser. So inexperience kind of getting James.
Yeah, like you said, you know, these young cats get in here and they start, you know, going a million miles an hour, and you know, James did not hit the brakes and he went right over the top. There's a lot of experience and a lot of inexperience right now in that ring.
So, a big slam from Pat the Bruiser. An angry, apparently now independent Pat the Bruiser. You gotta, Crosshairs Kelly's gotta be right behind him. As Jock Sampson makes the elimination and nearly through, well, okay then. Nearly through Kenny Cash halfway to Pennsylvania. Sorry, that was Ray Stewart. Kenny Cash was up on that same length.
Crosshairs.
Crosshairs Kelly, angry about his loss earlier on. A straight right hand to anybody in his vicinity. And I believe, unless there's a surprise, that might be the last entrant.
Again, there's no friends in a Rumble match.
Look at the former friends in Jock Sampson and Robbie Starr. Oh, finger poke in the eye. Oh, one for you two. Pat the Bruiser and Crosshairs Kelly, are they at an advantage as an actual tag team right now?
If they work together, they can eliminate these other individuals. Yeah, they have a huge advantage. But it all comes down to who's going to go over, who's going to take the last person over top of the rope.
Well, they're going to try.
Oh, Tommy
to eliminate
Chill.
Tommy Chill.
Is he hanging on?
And I believe they got him.
Oh,
and
Matt Taylor.
out go both. Pat the Bruiser and Crosshairs Kelly are gone after they got Tommy Chill. So not able to stay in there all that long. The last two guys to come in are two of the last three guys to be eliminated. And that's big because remember, when this night started, Juice Jennings had two big guys backing him up.
Right.
We saw in the title match, he called for his heavies and they did not answer the bell.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there's a little bit of friction there or not. I don't know.
And out goes Robbie Starr. The only way I could see that, pink socks through the crowd. So Flex Jordan, Matt Taylor, Juice Jennings all in there. They've been there for a while, but it is Jock and Jimmy who are the longest tenured. Great rights for everybody from Matt Taylor and an uppercut for Jock Sampson. Up to the second rope, into that springboard cutter. What I love about Matt Taylor, Tank, you're a guy who's seen him so many times, is Jock Sampson trying to eliminate him. He adapts.
Right.
Is now getting rid of Jock Sampson is Jimmy Shane. Jock said he was going to be the winner of the DBi. Doesn't appear that way.
Uh-oh.
But look who else he caught in the crossfire. His friend Matt Taylor. And out goes Jimmy. There goes Jimmy Shane, so I guess
Down to 3.
some sort of monicum of a receipt for Juice. Gino, Juice, and Flex, the last 3. Juice said the heck with it.
And just for the record, that was under the rope.
He's gonna let the young guys fight it out. Gino now with a full head of steam from Flex. Flex ducks. It's a sling blade. And Juice, he didn't duck out and let him fight. He went to get a chair. It didn't work out. Flex squeezes the juice out of this match. And we're now down to 2. Gino with a big swing and a miss on the run. This is where you just have to not make a mistake. Gino tried to tell Flex, I almost had you.
Right.
Hand grenades and horseshoes and all that.
For as young as Gino is in this business, he's still calculated. He doesn't miss by much very often.
One of those things, though, you've got 2 powerful young guys. If you connect with those big power moves, like we said earlier on, the biggest problem is you still have to deadlift a 200-pound individual over the ropes.
Yeah, you want to be careful how you set this guy up.
Flex up over top. He's got the left hand holding on. Gino just screaming at him, trying to get him to go out. He said, I'm going to end it.
Flex has a lot of heart. He's hanging on to that rope, slowly climbing back in.
Flex right now, big drop kick. Oh, and Gino hung up on the ropes. And the clothesline, did it get him over? He did.
Flex super in. DBi Champion.
So the winner of this year's DBi is Flex Jordan, the 14th man to enter.
Welcome to your club, kid.
And out will come everyone else. Is this, how great of a moment is this?
In my 23 years in this business, winning the DBi a few years ago, ranks in the top 5 of all time for my wrestling experience. So.
The other part of it, I imagine, is you're getting showered, is looking around, not only guys who are your peers, but also guys you've just gone to battle with and beaten over the last half hour.
I mean, there's a lot of hatred, a lot of angst in that locker room, but when it all comes down to a good cause like this, you know, there's still somewhat of mutual respect for most guys. So you got to take your hat off to guys like that. And tonight we take our hands off to Flex Jordan.
Flex Jordan, this year's winner of the 7th annual DBi. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching this event. Have a great night.
See ya.